Yo guys, so I'm just doing a test here. As you can see, I created my character in well, there's a pretty difficult process actually. I can't describe it in all the steps. And as you can see, it's not perfect. Like it's okay. But for example, it always shows me as some angry, and I'm not angry right now at all. I'm not doing the angry emotion whatsoever. But it can also do smiles like this. And then various mouth positions like this. It's mostly for E and O, but you can program all of that. Still don't know why it shows me as angry, but okay. You can program all of that using Unity. Actually, there is a way to do that in Unity. It's pretty simple. You basically assign a value to each movement of the mouth, etc. Unfortunately, as you can see, it does not have much body movement, and this is because I don't have any method here to use my body, unfortunately. Um, I read that on the market there are a few different options like Leap, for example, but I read some reviews on it. Well, first of all, it's hard to find. And secondly, I I read some really bad reviews about it. Like it gets like super hot, and yeah, I mean it kind of works, but people say it's not worth it. And yeah, if it gets very hot, I'm very worried about the components inside, because that means they'll probably melt or something or get damaged in some way. That's what happens to cell phones a lot. Like the battery overheats and it actually puffs up after a while, and the strength of that can be so strong that it can remove your cover. And that's why you sometimes see phones which look like an explosion happened inside, and that's why. So anyway, this is a character obviously of myself. As you can see, I have the beard, I have the glasses, but this is not a great model. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna switch to another character and let's see how it goes. So you will see here as I change, I'm gonna have some buttons appear, and that's fine. So this is VSeeFace for those who don't know. And you go to avatar selection, and I made a few different ones, but I think like that one is the latest one. I don't know. I know that this one is the default one. So let's try this one first, I guess. All right. Okay. I'm going to reset the position. Okay, now you disable that and you close the X, and there we go. This is another character. So this one is from another program. And the cool thing about this one is that it comes pre-rigged, so you don't need to go to Unity and, assign movements for every single mouth position. Like it's already done for you, which is cool. The winks actually are real as well. I mean, I'm just blinking right now from time to time, and it's reflected in the model, which is pretty cool. Like I don't have to program it. And yeah, again, as you can see, the body movement is just not there again because I don't have any means to do that. I'm not going to sit around here in a motion capture suit or anything like that. I could, but that's not the point right now. The point is just to see how it works. And you can see I can shake my head a little bit, wobble my head, and I can look up, I can look down. There are limits set, but overall it's pretty good. um okay, so now let's try another one, which was a trial I made. And there we go. Just going to reset the position. Boom. How do you... Okay, like this. All right, there you go. This is another character that I adjusted. I did buy... Well, I didn't buy actually anything. This is all free stuff that you're seeing. You can get free things on the internet. You just have to search for them, but they're out there. Obviously, like if you want something advanced and some kind of custom thing, then you're gonna have to pay money, and these virtual avatars actually cost quite a lot of money. I mean, I've seen like cheap ones go for like $100, but this is like, yeah, this is the very low end of things. You might not even get proper rigging for that amount of money. But if you're serious about this kind of VTubering, then you're looking easy at $500 to $1,000. And just think about that for a second. You're spending $500 or $1,000 on a virtual avatar. And of course, you might think like, well, why would you do that? And you're correct. It's a good question. It's a great question. But the big thing these days is that the metaverse is kicking off. And so everybody wants to have this kick-ass avatar. Eventually, I think what we're going to have as well is we're going to have online properties. So you're going to have your like apartment in a virtual world, and you have to buy stuff for your apartment there. Um, Personally, I don't get that. I don't understand why people would do that. It just seems like a monumental waste of money. But you know what? If I mean, I'm not going to control how people spend their money. If that's their decision, then who am I to stand in the way? But I just find it very strange, and I'm not some kind of old dude who is opposed to new technology. No, I just think that it's a money grab. That's all it is. And that's pretty much all I wanted to show today, actually. So yeah, I showed you 3 different models. Personally, the first one I don't really like because it's not very good rigging. Like, I don't know, it feels kind of weird and very robotic. But these ones, especially the last 2 I showed you, are pretty good. Again, I can wobble my head here side to side. I can look up a little bit. I can look down, and I can use this when I'm making my gaming videos, right? So instead of seeing my face, you can see this virtual avatar, and that has its advantages. So anyway, it's something to consider if you're starting out, but it is pretty complex. If you're gonna change the clothes and the hair and the eyes, etc., like it get pretty complicated. So I do recommend watching some tutorials first, and yeah, just go from there. Don't just splash money from the beginning. Try to understand first what it is and what you want to get out of it, and then if you decide that it's for you, well, then go ahead and make up your budget and just have fun. All right, that's it for today's video. JC signing off.